What happens when a couple goes to war? What have Alexis and Julius been up to since we saw them last? And who's that girl? To answer this and many more questions, allow me to take us back to the beginning. Hello and welcome to Lawd Lukan. It's time to put your eyebrows in the upright position as we take a flight to Juju and Lex land. On today's show, Juju and Lex get called out.
Why are you walking? Like, who do you think you are?
Julian is a bad loser. Who's the girl in the yellow dress?
Oh no!
And who wins the all-important kickball game? All this and more right here on the Lawd Lukan channel.
I gotta retwist him.
How do you do? Enchanté and konbanwa to you. Big loves to those who've subscribed, you beautiful people, and a Louis V key pouch to the lords and ladies of the Lukan Manor. Well then, mon petit poire, our first stop today is in Cincinnati to visit Alexis and Julian. And we begin our little story with this video. Intense family kickball game. Wow, at first I did think that was just another word for football. That jolly sport us Brits came up with. Ah yes, admire the skills. At first I thought it was an example of how across the puddle my delightful American friends prefix a thing with the part of the body that you use for that thing. Eyeglasses, for example, or as we call them, glasses. But no, I now know that kickball is a thing. And who better to give us an intro to that and the rest of this segment than the man-child himself, the weenie shaped like linguini. It's Julian.
Hey y'all know who it is, man.
Yeah, we know who that is. It's Earthworm Jim, Discount Chris Brown, Dottie from the Wild Thornberries, Furby. I'll think of some more. You go on ahead and I'll catch up.
We are back.
Sid from Ice Age. Anyway.
We are back with another
If he says the word banger, I think I've got to eat my own face.
video, man.
Ah, thank God we've avoided that one. You're welcome. Do you ever play YouTuber bingo? If they say any of the following phrases, hey guys, smash the like button, and with that said, without further ado, here's another banger, so let's get into it. You get to vomit slightly and do some little dabby blot things. So Julian is here to add some much needed hype to their videos in the form of clapping. That was really a bit unnecessary, wasn't it? It's not like there's like a live audience or something, is there? Are we supposed to clap along? Don't still sound like someone dragging their feet in a sports hall. And the poor dog too, you know, he was just sitting there chilling out and some idiot starts clapping and waking him up. Bless him though. And Julian's added some subtitles, just in case you get it a bit misconstrued. So what's been happening in the Super Wow household since we saw them last? Well, Alexis is trying to be a nurse. Very nice. And Julian?
Obviously, she's in nursing school. I'm starting a process to go to school for my CDL.
Oh, I do like that bit for a very simple reason. First, he's starting the process of applying, which means he's thinking about starting to fill in the form. And secondly, for people like me who have no idea what CDL is, it's a commercial driver's license. Yes, indeedy, the guy who refused to get a delivery boy job is about to start delivering stuff. Let's just remember that driving prowess he has. See, he's able to turn and totally not look at the same time, all whilst being totally off his face on something. And who said a man can't multitask, huh? And I should add that a CDL is like a proper truck driving thing, and lets you drive buses that carry more than 16 people, vehicles transporting hazardous materials, and those massive 18-wheeler tractor-trailer things. Quick shout out to my hard-trucking amigo in the audience. Tell your truck I said... Maybe this is like the origin story to Otto the bus driver. He always wanted to be a musician, but you know, he kind of sucked at it and ended up driving a school bus instead. Just, you know, like Otto, telling the kids, I could have been as big as Jay-Z, you know. Anyway, a bit more clapping.
It's great. Y'all are greatly appreciated.
No idea why we need to clap all the time, but am I cool now? Am I doing a vibe? I'll stop that now. I've managed to irritate myself. Maybe I won't do it anymore.
Today,
Damn it, Linguini. With the clapping already. Anyway.
we got a good video for y'all, man.
Alright now, let's not start with the bullshit. The fact I managed to drag 15 minutes worth of stuff worth talking about out of this bulge is borderline miracle. Although he does only go for a good video, you know, so that's not setting the expectations too high. He even gives little quotation marks. It's a good video, yeah, like he's a good rapper, yes. But we'll be the judge of that though, won't we, my most excellent viewer?
If you really fuck with us, man, you really appreciate us.
Yep, I'm just here to take the piss out of your dumbass.
More content coming soon, man. Let's get this video to 1,000 likes, man. 1,000 likes on this video, man.
1,000? Well, it's a bit ambitious. Let's see how they're getting on. Well, a little way to go there.
Ain't nothing major, man. That ain't nothing major. 1,000 likes on this video, man, for the next video, man. Let's do it.
That's their spirit. If you get 1,000 likes, we get another video. Great. So if it doesn't get that, does he mean to stop posting? No, I'm not sure if that's a threat or a promise. Well, at least he stopped clapping now.
Let's get straight to the video, man.
Damn it, Julian. Oi, well, fuck you too, mister. Did you just see him flip us off at the end there? Now, I do know he's sort of piecing up or out or over or somewhere, I don't know. But that means something very different in England. How very uncouth. While we're on the subject, would you want to see something a little bit cringy? So I was on the Geo Said It's podcast a while back, and he used to do a thing where everyone pieces up at the end. Now, in my mind, it's terribly impolite to throw a couple of fingers in the air, but at the same time, I didn't want to offend my host by not joining in. At the same time, I didn't want to look like an idiot with no clue how to appear cool. So, what did I go with?
What are we doing?
1, 2, 3.
Come on, Dustin.
Peace
Peace out, everybody. Love you guys. Dustin, I'm about to call you.
That was so cringy, wasn't it? What the hell was I doing there? I'm a little bit socially retarded, just for the record. Actually, while I'm here, I might as well give a shout out to the glorious auntie who I love so much too.
Even though they had this come to Jesus meeting, hey, Lawd Lukan. Hey, boo. How are you? It's good to see you here.
Anyways, that's enough of that. It's time to go over to Lawd Lukan in our sports department for the game. Thanks, Lawd Lukan. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your commentator for this game, and please welcome my co-host and gold medal winner at this year's amusingly shaped potato contest, Patty O. Paddington. Alright, so I'm sorry, it's got Yeah. Thanks for that, Patty. So you join us here at the world-class kickball arena in Cincinnati. And here's last year's MVP, or mostly vanilla and pencilish, Julian, taking to the field.
Boy, am I useless. Sitting here like a fucking toddler. Boy, am I.
And it might just be a family thing on the field, but Uncle Dickhead has decided to bring that karaoke set that he got for his birthday along, so he can be louder than everybody else. There's like a dozen people who are standing a couple of meters away. Yeah, of course you need a microphone. Sure, you wouldn't just sort of raise your voice slightly or maybe, stand a little bit closer. But no, this is kickball, and Uncle Dickhead wants to be special too. And don't forget Alice, of course, the only lady in the field who can stand with her legs open and closed at the same time. And I didn't add that lame sound effect. Every so often they do a bit of, I think, what they call editing. And we get these little TikTok default noises, just like when Julian takes to the field. Batman, really? Yeah, I think it should be more like this. I also love how this lady doesn't think Uncle Dickhead needs a mic either, but refuses to use it.
Hate this motherfucker.
Back to the action, and just in case you're not familiar with the game of kickball, it's baseball, but with your feet and a slightly bigger ball. Good job. Now it's time to pick teams. Julian gets picked first because he's built like a baseball bat, and that's sort of, sporty, so, I don't know. Why would you pick him first? He does have the longest legs I've ever seen, and a leg-to-body ratio of a matchstick, so maybe he'll have some paces between the bases. Anyway, though, he's got a conundrum. Alex is pissed off because she's not been picked yet, and is shooting evils at Uncle Dickhead, and it's Julian's team's turn to pick. To keep it fair, they're alternating between picking girls and boys. So it's his turn. He needs a girl. His missus isn't happy about waiting to be chosen. So what do you do? Yes, indeedy. She might want a nice video for the blog. Maybe a moment where they take on the opposition as a couple and emerge victorious as a team. But no. Julian wants to kick her butt in revenge for the other games that she's beaten him at, like pool or bowling. And Alex is totally fine with that. And some more comedy.
Run to my teeth.
Now, good job, but not as good job as this incoming football. Oh, who's going to get balls to the head? Might remind Julius of his time in prison. Anyway, they cut that bit. But they didn't cut the bit where Rando finds one of those funny elbow spots you get sometimes. Those are tricky, Paddy. Yeah, yes, yeah. So, Alex finally gets picked and she adds her own sound effects again.
Give me away.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, all right then. I've seen less threatening children.
Hey, how you feeling? Don't mess the vlog up.
Blimey, I should give me a warning for that one. I do love how the youth of today have a real grasp of technology. Pause for effect. So, Uncle Dickhead is back on the mic again, which we're all thrilled about, and vloggy camera person goes in for an interview.
You on live camera.
We on live.
We on live kickball using the camera.
Yeah, we're all so glad you brought that with you. Yeah, that's probably not going to get old very, very quickly. Does he say he needs to have a shit? Yeah, that's the problem with those fields, you know. You have to go bear style. I see Rando's still messing about with his elbow. It won't get any better if you keep picking it, young man. And you know what they say about things that come from the mouths of children?
Why are you vlogging? Like, who do you think you are?
Yeah, well, I think they think they're influencing, presumably. I like these kids, though. They're fun. Take the piss again. Go, do it again.
This is Julius's vlog. Oh, who does he think he is?
Yeah, this is why we love these kids. And quite telling that they think it's his vlog, not the family vlog. So the game begins. What excitement. I guess it's a little like dodgeball, as you can strike a person out by hitting them with the balls, which might remind Julian of his prison days. So, Auntie Whatever reminds us that we need to pop to the shop after the game.
He needs some milk.
Oh, yeah, can you grab me some of those Twizzlers and maybe those Three Musketeer things? I'd like to try those and maybe some of that talent for Julian might be nice too. But have I missed what milk means? I checked on Urban Dictionary and one of the only ones that I could actually read out without being completely inappropriate is this one. Milk, when hitting a shot that hits nothing but net. An example, damn dude, that shot was milk. Well, thank you, gerbil, which makes perfect sense to me. But one of my other favourite definitions is this one. Milk is cereal sauce. I forgot some cereal sauce from the store. Someone asked what milk was and I said is cereal sauce. Now why is that actually quite good? I like that. And I know what we're all wondering. Where's Juliana? Is she in a car seat somewhere? No, she's in a cage for the afternoon. That's probably the first time we've actually seen them take precautions for her safety. After all, you don't want her taking balls to the face. That might remind Julian of his days in prison. We then get a moment of contention in this next clip. Watch carefully. Uncle Who Cares kicks a foul ball. Julian makes the catch, passes it to third or whatever, where they tag another person and claim 3 outs. Ah, what do you make of that play, Paddy? Turd. Turd. I don't think that's turd, Paddy. It's just the way he runs. But this move causes a bit of discussion. How was that 3 people? Well, sports fans, let's take a look at that again. Unk hoofs it. It looks like Julian catches the ball, but then he and the ball have contact with the floor, which apparently means that's not an out. He then runs weirdly, does some sort of pussy-ass throw, but that guy's clearly safe when he gets tagged. Julian, of course, then claims 3 outs because he said so. No one else was paying that much attention, so they switched sides. As Julius makes a perfectly good pair of trousers look like bell-bottoms. There was me saying he's got no talent. He clearly is very talented at making perfectly good clothes look unappealing. Look at that leg ratio, though. But as much as I might not be a fan, I know of someone that is. It's this lady. Quick high five, then a nice little backstroke. Ooh, how far down did that stroke go? Far enough to leave disturbance in the trouser region, perhaps? No, it's the wind, or he's got that Babe Ruth in his pocket still. Well, that adds a new dimension to the phrase batter up. So, with the X-Files music, for some reason. No idea why, Julian takes to the plate to receive some balls, which probably reminded him of his days in prison. Yeah, sorry, I will stop doing that. Maybe. So here comes the pitch. Julian places a pretty good kick. It's up, it's good, and oh no, someone's managed to get their hands on his high balls, which probably kind of reminded him of, okay, sorry, yes. That's just a recall joke that keeps on giving, isn't it? Anyway, Loverboy is out, and it's rather that little indiscretion wasn't shared with their audience.
Better like this, huh?
Oh, no, my little Petunia. Don't get it misconstrued. That little nugget's staying in. In fact, here it is again for posterity.
Oh, shit.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get
Haha, so he wanted to show up in front of Rubby Batgirl, but ended up out on his first bash of the ball. See, I didn't do that joke again that time. So, good job me. So they switch sides again, and it's back to Alex to bat. She punts the ball, got a bit of a curve on it. All the best ones do. And as Julian catches it on the bounce, it's a race to first base. Alexis versus Julian, Brawn versus Prawn. Oh, that was a close one. But never mind all that just having fun business. Julian starts to get all shitty about her being out. Alright, Treacle Plum, she's only a missus. Then we get a little glimpse into how much of a pussy he is. This guy isn't pleased with his call and walks towards him. Julian instantly backs off and keeps his distance. Oh, who's a brave boy? So the rest of Julian's team gets caught out too. But would you know it? When we weren't looking, he apparently kicked a home run and totally won the game. Wow, that was convenient. So there you have it, the exciting world of kickball, ladies and gentlemen. Any final words, Paddy? Oh, shit, it's fucking trying to fit scar in the barista. Yeah, good job. Back to the studio.
Sir, man.
More fucking clapping. And then he goes on about liking and subscribing to his channel, waving his little hands about. And I hope you've liked and subscribed here too, my delightful viewer. And we've got one more video to look at today. And for that, we're taking a vacation to Miami, which Alex introduces with their signature style of chewing noises.
I gotta retwist him.
Oh, look, a nursing uniform. If only we knew where. Hang on a second. That's Hondros, the nursing school, based here in Westchester, Cincinnati, just across the highway from a place called Chill Hill. It's got a whopping 23% pass rate. That is the 53rd best nursing college in Ohio. And just in case you're wondering, there are 60 nursing colleges in Ohio. So, it's not like the worst one. One of the criteria that you join is that you have a silly name, so that you can join their delightful list of alumni, like Megan Higginbottom, Tammy, Tammy Cox, Allison Pancake, and good old Aaron Ogle. But we can't forget Fred Once Popsy Can't Stop Pringle, and the gorgeous Brandon Spratt. Hondros will cost you $15,000 for the cheapest program, which is about $6,000 higher than the national average. And the course isn't accredited by the two major accreditation bodies, so if you want a proper license to nurse, you'll have to do the $25,000 course and then pay additional cost to somebody else to do exams. Anyway, back to the vacation. That is time now for the usual Juju and Lux vlogging content, which largely consists of Alexis' sloppy mouth noises and her admiring herself and posing. But then she gets interrupted mid-pound by Julius, who bought a new toy at the TikTok shop. Yes, pro vloggers now,
Y'all know, professional vloggers.
Sure, yeah. Cue the hours of watching her chew and pose. Yeah, this is the content we came for.
So hot. Ooh.
That must be the most horrific flight to be on. You've got Alex's chewing noises and some guy in the background with a nasty cough. Yeah, I think I'll take the next one. Thanks. So we arrive in Miami, and horticulturalist Alex spots some palm trees.
Look at all the palm trees.
Yeah, wow, I think there's like 4 of them.
It's the palm trees for me, though. It looked more bougie with the palm trees around it.
I've never heard of McDonald's called bougie before. Only in Miami, I suppose. So here we are, soaking up the ambience of Miami's palm-studded roads. And they seem quite thankful for what they've got. But it wasn't all smooth sailing, No, there was a slight hiccup with their car rental. But don't worry, minor inconvenience fans, Big Daddy handled it.
He's Big Daddy, so it worked out. He Big Daddy, I ain't gonna lie. Put respect on his name.
And so Alexis is about to attempt to rebrand her linguini lover as a Big Daddy. Yeah, that's a tough sell, that one. That forehead is the only big thing in this car. In fact, while she's talking, Alexa doesn't get it either.
That's Big Daddy.
Got to say, it's a weird combo of the phrase Big Daddy and that hand action. But still, what do I know about modern handy actiony things?
Love you guys.
Oh, I'm so cringe. Anyway, they decide to stop for a spot of refreshments, and Alexis utters the words that I dread to hear.
Little Red's barbecue. Shout out to Little Red. So we're gonna do a food review, see how good it is.
Oh no, a food review. You know what that means? Greasy fingerprints on the lenses, dodgy camera angles, and eating with your mouth open. Yep.
I don't know what it is, but it's coloring sauce. Ooh, it smells spicy.
The thing about these two is they never have any conversation. They don't really talk about anything. They just mention things they've noticed about their immediate environment. We don't ever really get a sense of their character or passions. It's just surface level observations about meaningless things. And then they even forget they're supposed to review the place. Now we're back in the car. So that whole 10 minutes of badly framed eating was also totally pointless. Yeah, good job. We finally arrive at the hotel motel. Ugh, don't want to see any more of that, thank you very much. Let's go to the beach instead, where Professor Alex and zoologist Julian get to show off some of their animal knowledge. Julian kicks off with a cat he's found on the beach. Come here, boy. And Dr. Alex sees...
Bird.
Oh, and hey look, that's what a real proposal should look like. We didn't actually get to see Julius's proposal, did we? She just went from please don't leave me to oops I'm pregnant and have a cool ring. Well, judging by the way her ring is tarnished and the way that rock doesn't sparkle, I'm guessing that gimbal isn't the only thing that he got from TikTok shop. But Julius isn't just an expert in cats and rings. He's also an accomplished gymnast. Here he goes for a cartwheel and... Oh, what the hell? We totally missed that now. Make him do it again. Actually, get him to do a backflip. Yeah, that'd be much more interesting. Hang on. No, here he goes again. This should be good. Here he goes. Ooh. Oh, what? That wasn't fun. Maybe Alexis will be better at it. So they trade places. And Julian just films her butt the whole time. Good job. I mean, is he even looking at what he's shooting or is he just filming the bits he likes? Which doesn't appear to include her face. Yeah, cheers then. But we've also got some footage for the girlies out there, the Julianettes. Brace yourself now, because Julian's about to get his top off. Not so much Magic Mike as sort of Tragic Tyke, really, is it? I think even I'm built better than Julie. But Julian might not be any good at pool, bowling, trampolining, rapping, kickball and animals. But maybe he's good at, I don't know, go and getting the ball. Yeah, you do that. We'll wait here. Good boy. Then he gets the zoomies because he's very excited about being allowed to play with his ball on the beach. And while he's busy polishing Alexis's face, I started to wonder, what's the payoff for this video? Is anything going to happen or are we just going to watch these two faff about? Well, enter Woman in Yellow.
I want to play. Yeah, I got a dress on now. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Who's seen them playing volleyball and wants to play too, and seems to quite like Julian. Now, he doesn't actually answer, which is probably his way of saying no, but Alexis says yes, and it's all fine. I think he wants to say no because he knows that if he gets caught looking in a certain way, then that'll be the end of his little peaceful vacation. And hey, guess what? She happens to have brought her tripod along too. But she's definitely not a clout chaser.
Why are you crying?
Yes, indeed, game on, I think she screeched. You know, I don't think she actually knows who they are, but assumed there might be a vibe or a clout or whatever it is going on. Little did she know she was in the company of such superstars as Julian and Alexis. So, some volleyball ensues, and then some guy in Speedos managed to take Julian out with the ball. More volleyball, which actually looks much more fun when you speed it up. And he's lost it. Quick, start it out by doing press-ups. Or press up. You know, you don't want to go overstimulating the new lady.
Oh, 35K. What? Excuse me? All right. I didn't know I was playing volleyball with a celeb. All right. Not a celeb.
See, literally no idea who they are. Which makes me wonder, is this what she does? Does she just wander along the beach, hoping to find couples to bounce balls with? Yeah, it reminds me of when Julius... Sorry, I said I wouldn't do it. Yes. Anyway, then Yellow Dress leaves and it's time to get back to Alexis checking herself out.
Look at my body.
But, you know, Julius is way more into whatever's going on over there. Then it's off to dinner, because it's been at least 5 minutes since we watched them eat something. And for dinner, Julian has put on his special KSI forehead for the occasion. And then made sure we had plenty of crap in the frame so we couldn't really see properly. Good job. But then the best thing in the video happens. Oh yes, they bump into some Brits. But we can't hear a damn thing for the next hour or so it's, mostly pointless. We then have an age of them trying to make conversation awkwardly, and then a sudden fade to them in the bedroom. Ugh. And that then is also the end of the video. But what did we learn? Not a lot. We learned that Julian is now Big Daddy, even though those tight pants might not agree with that. And that Alexis is living out her fantasy of having the perfect Insta family whilst carefully curating their image, all whilst they have no substance to their relationship. But maybe I'm just weird wanting stimulating conversation instead of mindless nothingness about whatever and stuff. And I do wonder if the network will be all that interested in this story if they play happy families like this. People want jeopardy, drama and conflict. So in my little opinion, until Julius gets bored, loses all the clicks, we won't see them on the TV show again. Now whether or not that's a bad thing is up to you. That's it for me from now. But I've got another one in the chamber all ready for you. And it'll be along shortly. Thank you so much for watching all the video and the support that you've given me. I appreciate you and hope we can do this together again soon. So if you like what I do, then please do like, subscribe and check out one of these little beauties. So until we meet again, stay beautiful, love to Mothri, and you take care of yourself.
Please subscribe now for our class. Thank you.